What is going on, everyone? Hope you have our most amazing day. Welcome back to the Simply Fitness Podcast. And here we go with another amazing episode. Going to be focusing on that main topic with walking. Absolute favorite activity. Can't wait to get into that a little bit later. But let's start it off nice and hot with my random thoughts this week. One I just heard today. So I was listening to this amazing podcast, Diary of a CEO. If you haven't listened to it, I highly suggest it. He has a lot of amazing guests on there and some great conversations, some great just ideas of how to think. And one thing I heard today, very potent to fitness, and the podcast had absolutely nothing to do with it, but there are two things the guest was talking about. There are two things that you need to have some knowledge of / care about in your life. Only two things. Every single one of us, every single human needs to and should care about these things: your health and your money. Those are two things that it's really hard to control your life if you don't care about them or have any knowledge in them. If you lose control of your health, that's all you care about. If you lose control of your money, that's all you care about as well. So a lot of us, especially because I'm in health and in fitness, and I see this every day with my patients, is if you ignore your health for long enough, it will catch up to you. If you ignore your money long enough, it will catch up to you. They're both the same way, where if you ignore them, it's going to catch up to you eventually. So if you gather some knowledge, if you gather just a little bit of information to be able to help set you up, you don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be like me in fitness and health. You don't have to be a Warren Buffett in order to find success in your life with money. So I just thought that was amazing, just way of like something that they're so interconnected with the psychology and our whole life experience with both health and money, that our early experiences in life can affect how we think as adults, and it does, and how we have to work through that and figure out, okay, how can I use the experiences that I've had to my advantage or maybe adjust them in order to help myself take myself to another level. So I would challenge you to think a little bit about your experiences, your biases of, okay, this was my experience with my health. How is that maybe affecting in the way I'm doing things, and the way I am either succeeding or not succeeding? Is it positive? Is it negative? And just be able to understand where you're coming from when it comes to your health. And the same thing goes with money. I know that's not what this podcast is about, but it goes with the same thing, because if you can, again, have some knowledge and some control over these two things, your life is so much better off. These are probably the two things, if people say the two things that they worry about most, I would imagine those are at minimum, I would say they're the top two, but at least top 3 or 4 things if you surveyed hundreds of thousands of people. So just a random thought. Again, listen to that podcast. It's absolutely amazing. You really can't go wrong with the episodes. And it's definitely something that I listen to every week. Now, something else that I am incorporating and I want to share with you guys as I'm just starting to dive deep into it is a new way that I'm strategizing my day, and I'm absolutely loving it. And I want to share with you guys because I think everybody's a little bit different in how they think and how they prioritize. And I like to shift every once in a while. That just works best with my mind. I have to, switch every once in a while. And I'm coming back to this way, and I think I'm going to stick with it for a while. Is called the 1-3-5 method. And the reason I like it, and then I'll dive into how to actually strategize your day, is that it helps me with knowing what to prioritize in the day and to make the day successful. And because not every day is exactly the same, and what you prioritize as that number one thing is going to shift, and it's really helped me feel really accomplished with my day, even when maybe on paper it might not have seemed like I did a big thing, but that was my one thing. So I am accomplishing what I need to do. It's taking my big step forward in that direction. And every day that might be a little bit different. But let's get into how to break down that. So like it's the one thing that needs to get done today. So the one thing I think in my mind that if I do this one thing, my day is good. It's a great day. I did it. I moved forward. Everything else is icing on the cake. I got the cake done. If you can't just have the icing. So we got the cake. Perfect. This makes my day productive. And again, it shifts daily. This could be just some examples of what I've been doing. Getting my workout in, recording this podcast. Today, it was running errands, going to the Staples and Costco, had to do a few things. Boom. My day's been great. And now I'm here. This is icing on the cake. I'm getting this done a little bit earlier in the week so I can schedule it out. Now I'm feeling good. And that falls into my three medium sized tasks. That would be nice to complete. It's amazing that I'm getting this done. If I couldn't because of, life, I couldn't. That's okay. Got tomorrow, and that's what we're here for. These things aren't too pressing. They're not things that need to get done today. I can get them done tomorrow, the next. But if I do, I'm starting to take that next step forward and getting a little bit ahead of myself. And now I really think what the next game changer is number 5, is those small, I like to think about them like nap time activities. So things you can do in a lull. So like I think during the week, come home from work and you're just a little tired. And maybe some of those medium tasks just feel a little too much. And maybe it's, okay, I need to do the laundry. I need to, maybe I've been putting off cleaning up something. Okay, I'm going to clean that thing. Boom. Get that activity. And maybe now I come back to a medium task. And now I'm still helping myself work within the energy levels of the day. Because when you wake up, I don't know how I'm going to feel. The other day I felt like absolute crud. And just being able to get through the day, getting that one thing done was accomplished. I didn't get to anything else, but I still got that one thing done. And it's okay. And with that, now it really helps me think about my day, and I can readjust every single day. I readjust the priorities. I know what I need to do maybe over the course of the week. If you have bigger goals, you can break them down into little things like this podcast. The podcast isn't just record. It's scripting. It's, editing it. It's putting up clips on Instagram. But now I can break down these, what seemed like a big task that I would try to do in one day, I can do in multiple days because now I'm breaking it up. I'm doing little segments of it and chunking it out. Do that. And what's nice is if it's all written down and say you don't get to a medium thing. Okay, maybe that's medium thing moves to that number one thing because you've been putting it off. Or maybe it moves back down because now it's like restarting. Like, okay, this week, if I can get to the scripting, that scripting thing's going to be, my scripting the podcast is going to be more towards my nap time activities for the rest of the week because I'm already ahead. And so it's not as urgent as that. So it's, again, really helping me stay focused, stay energized, focused, motivated. I am loving it. I'm super excited. I feel like I'm getting a lot more done and without actually having to work a lot more. I feel like I'm just going in a direction and I'm not having to feel like I'm do. I'm okay. What's next? No, I'm not feeling it. Cool. Back off. When I feel like I can put the gas on, I put the gas. When I need to pump the brakes, I pump the brakes. Able to do the things that I enjoy, have fun, while also still being able to get the things done that I need to get done. So try it out. Let me know how it goes. Again, the 1-3-5 method, absolutely amazing. Again, try it out if you're looking for a way to just strategize your day. Now let's get into this main topic, one of my absolutely favorite things to do. Walking. And is it enough for fitness? Is it enough? Is walking enough for you? And the reason I'm talking about this today is because recently I've been seeing a lot on social media. Even my wife brought it up to me. It's coming up on her social media. So when I know it comes up on hers, I know it's coming up on a lot of people's. So walking has become huge, especially with the weight vests. And I love it because I've been talking a long time, years, about how walking is probably one of the most underrated things that anybody can be doing for their fitness. I think it's a great way to maintain fitness. I think it's a great way to start fitness, which is for most people what they need to do. And I'm in love with it. So I want to talk about it. I'm going to give you a lot of stats here. I'm going to talk about how to set up a program, how to increase, and where it could fit into your life, or maybe it's not enough. Who knows? Let's find out. So the effectiveness of walking, it is absolutely wild. If you've never seen any stats about it, let's talk just about a few things. One, the decreased risk of cardiovascular disease. So just by doing 7,000 to 8,000 steps per day will help you reduce your risk of cardiovascular disease by 20 to 30% for sedentary folks. People who are non-moving, so sedentary, people with 7,000 to 8,000 steps daily have a decreased risk. So these people who are doing steps have a decreased risk of cardiovascular disease versus the people who are sedentary. That's huge. It's the number one killer in men and women. Why would you not want a decreased risk in that just by doing 7,000 to 8,000 steps per day, which is above the average, which is why we're going to talk about how we get more in every day. But that's just going to slight increase of around 4,000 to 5,000 steps, if that. So about double what you're probably doing today will help you decrease automatically right off the top. And that's just talking about steps. Now, when it comes to weight management and maintaining, it has been found that those who have decreased, who have their calories in control while also doing 10,000 steps per day, have seen weight maintenance and even some weight loss progress. It's not crazy significant. It's a 1 pound per month, but a lot of us would take 1 pound per month if we're in a calorie control. And that just means watching our diet, staying within maintenance, maybe even a slight deficit in order to see that weight loss. That's huge. So that proves that you can lose weight by just walking and keeping your diet in control. You can. That's huge. That if that doesn't motivate you to just get up and move and get up and walk and to know that those are the two things you have to do, it's super simple. It might not be super easy, and then maybe the diet part is gonna take a while to get locked in, and maybe not every day you're gonna get 10,000 steps. But if you do those two things, you are going to see progress. Boom, like it's that simple, and it really is. It's crazy. Don't worry, we got more. Now, when it comes to your mental health, helping depression, anxiety is a huge increases over the last 5 to 10 years. People are more anxious, more depressed than ever. But how can walking help that? So like just 30 minutes of daily walking, which you would do in both these cases, will cut your depression symptoms by 15 to 20% and boost your mood. Again, just by walking 30 minutes a day. That can be broken up 15 minutes at a time, maybe at lunch, maybe at dinner, maybe 30 minutes all together right after work. Boom. Just to help you get in control of that mental health and to improve your mental fitness by improving your physical fitness. I would suggest taking it outside personally. If you can't, the weather's not good by you, a treadmill is fine. But get outside, get that vitamin D, get some sunshine, get that serotonin up. It's going to be great. Now, even more to do with your brain. As we age, our memory tends to get slipped. I don't know about you, but mine does too. So we got to make sure we're keeping what we got. And just by doing 4,000 steps, that's a little over the average. I believe the average is somewhere in the 3,000s to 4,000. So right there, that is going to increase your memory centers in your brain by 40%. 40%. That's almost half just by doing 4,000. So just imagine what it could be if we're doing 10,000. It's going to probably be a little bit higher than that. So it's going to help you as you age and as you want to keep that memory. I don't know about you. I'm sold. Done. And there's way more to come from that. Just want to keep it simple. Just want to get some highlights out there for you. But again, research, Google, ChatGPT, Grok, some. You can look endlessly at the benefits of walking. We could talk about it for hours at a time. But it just comes simply, let's get outside, let's get on a treadmill, and let's get moving. We know that it's going to help with weight loss. We know it's going to help you feel better. It's going to help your body function better. We know that. We absolutely know that. It's going to decrease your risk of disease and of dying. And isn't that the point of life? The point of life is to prolong our life and to keep our health span as long as possible. Not our lifespan, but our health span. How healthy can we maintain ourselves? And the easiest way to do that is walking. Walking is the foundation. If you're thinking about this like a house, the biggest analogy, we need that foundation. Without the foundation, everything tends to crumble on top of it. So even if you are doing strength training, I'm going to suggest walking. Add that walking in. If that's going to be your cardio, get some walking in. It's not going to kill you. It's going to make you stronger, and it's going to improve your overall health, because that is the main goal with fitness. Yes, we want to lose fat. Yes, we want to gain muscle. That's all great. But at the end of the day, it's about our health. How can we avoid getting disease as long as possible? It might happen, and it probably will happen in some degree. But how can we avoid it for as long as possible? Keep ourselves as healthy as possible as we can. So start here. And for some people, that might be all we go for, and that's okay. I would suggest more, but like if walking is all you do and watch your nutrition, you're gonna be better than a good portion of the average population. Like you're above average at that point. Now you add strength training, you might as well consider yourself elite at that point, because most people don't do those three things. They don't walk, they don't pay attention to nutrition, and they don't lift weights. If you do those three things, you're, I imagine, 90th percentile of life and in people's in their health. So, off that soapbox, let's get into it. Who should be walking? Clearly, we know everyone should be walking, but let's break it down into some groups here and talk specifically about how much and where we should be starting. So, if you're a beginner or you're sedentary, you're not moving, you're just got your fitness tracker, a pedometer, you started tracking your steps, and you're like, I get 3,000 steps a day. Cool. Set a goal for yourself. 35, 4,000, 45, 5,000, whatever it is. Take that increment off. Okay, I'm going to add a 15-minute walk at lunch every day. Okay, done. See where that adds up. Okay, now you know where you can take it from there. It's that simple. It's that easy. Boom. It helps you push yourself to that next goal. Now, if say you are active, say we're working out and we're doing good, we're lifting weights, we have a good fitness routine already. Again, I would look to find, are you tracking your steps? Do you have your pedometer, your fitness watch, whatever it is? It's going to help you maintain your health. It's also going to help you maintain your progress, especially if say you're on a break, a vacation, and you're just keep your body moving. It's going to help you maintain those results long term over that. And it's just going to improve your overall health. If you're not doing any cardio, if you're not a runner like me, I love to run, I love to jog. It's okay. You don't have to, but it's going to still help you get that little bit of cardio, help your heart get stronger. There, again, are a host of physiological benefits that I won't bore you with, but it is good for it. Your body is, if you're putting the right stress on your body, it will adapt, and it's going to help you keep disease away. Now, if you're specifically looking to lose fat, again, highly, highly suggest doing it. I would definitely. This is their minimum form of cardio that's going to help you get that little bit extra progress and help you towards your goals. It's going to push you towards your goals, not away from it. Especially if it's, low to moderate intensity. Perfect. Love it. Let's walk. Now, steps are great. Getting your step count is amazing. And at some point, it might start feeling like, oh, this is maybe a little light, or I'm doing all these steps. I'm doing great. I'm getting 8 to 10,000. I'm feeling awesome. I'm feeling amazing. But I don't really want to run. I want to increase the intensity. I want to get a little bit more out of the walking, because though just walking and going for a walk and going for like a gentle walk is great, adding more intensity is going to, again, help you see a little bit of more benefits. And what I'm talking about is not amping up the intensity. I'm not talking about walking at 5 miles an hour. That's really fast. That's like a power walk. I'm not talking about power walking. I'm talking about adding some intensity. And this can simply be doing intervals. Interval work has been shown, especially with walking, to help improve the results you already see from walking. So something as simple as 1 minute fast, 2 minutes slow, or a regular pace I would prefer to use. So just increasing your cadence, using a little bit of hips, using your arms, getting 1 minute faster while still being in control, and then 2 minutes at a regular pace. And you can notice this just by how you talk. If you're going with a partner, if you're going at your average pace, you should be able to hold a conversation, sentence or two before you need to breathe. The 1 minute, maybe you have to take a breath after every sentence. Maybe you get every few words, you need to have a sentence. We're not, the slow is more of what we're doing right now. The fast, okay, I need a little bit of a break. I need to, take some air in every few words. Another awesome way is to get a weighted vest. I know that's a big trend on TikTok and Instagram. I'm not on TikTok, but on Instagram is a weighted vest. Again, I've been wearing weighted vests for years. I love it, support it. It does make your walk more intense. I would start easier, and then you really feel what it was like. I wear a 20-pound vest, and I'm like, this is how much weight I used to have on me. And it's like, you're like, now I know why it was so hard to do things. That's crazy. So I would, again, highly suggest. It does help you bring up a little bit more intensity. It's not necessarily going to help you lose more weight. It's not necessarily going to help you, dramatically, but you can see a little bit more results by doing that, just like with the intervals. Also, another way to, just spice things up and keep those walks is maybe just adding a little bit of exercise breaks. So like walking lunges for a little bit, squats, push-ups, just to add a little bit more intensity in there, just to help you get a little strength training. Maybe you walk by a bench and you do 10 bench push-ups. Maybe, again, 10 bench squats. You have a sidewalk and you're like, okay, from here to that sign, I'm going to do walking lunges. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. It's just a little bit, just to get your muscles working a little bit different. If you're maybe don't have time, or maybe you're just not ready to go into a full strength-based workout, that's okay. There's an easy way. You don't have to do 1,000 reps. You can just do 10. You can incorporate it. It helps you just add a little bit more to, help you feel like, okay, I did a little bit more today. I feel a little bit stronger. You're just helping up your overall body, building a little resistance on there. And then if you do it with the weighted vest, there you go. There's your strength training right there. And just like with any strength training, I would highly suggest tracking. You could do things like your distance, the amount of steps you're doing, your speed. So I know, like with my Garmin, I can track all those things. I can know how far I'm going, the speed. So I like to use my mile split. So am I walking at 25 minutes a mile? Am I walking at 20, 15, whatever it may be? So then I know, okay, where's my speed? How am I increasing? How am I decreasing? You can use laps if you want. You can make it as complicated or as simple as you want it. But again, I would highly suggest tracking. If walking is your main thing, track it. Know that you're making progress. So then again, okay, if I'm making weight loss progress, or I'm seeing these benefits, I know where I'm at, and I know what's helping me feel good, feel great. Checking's always in our benefit, always in our benefit. So if you haven't learned from today, walking is amazing. Maybe you're walking right now while you're listening to this podcast. If you are, kudos. I love it. Keep it going. If not, What the heck you waiting for? Let's get moving. Let's get outside. I know I'm about to. It's an absolutely gorgeous day. Gonna throw that weight vest on. Get a little evening walk in, and then get ready for the rest of the evening. So I hope the sun is shining by you. Please get outside, get a walk. I will see you guys next week. Keep on crushing it. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.